So the fight that didn't make a whole lot of sense that literally nobody asked for. Strickland Du Plessis gets announced. Those two have to fight.
Sean Strickland, guy turns pro as a teenager.
Here is the South African finisher, Dricus Du Plessis, and this man has got a serious point to prove.
Titles mean nothing. Rankings, it means nothing to me. It means nothing. I just want good wars. I want a bloodbath.
That's a big man and a real knockout striker with an odd style and real confidence in his power and ability.
I mean, there's sometimes in life you have to fight, right? Kenny Rogers said it best. There are times when you have to fight if you're a man. And we don't go top heavy very often. And the fact that we're going top heavy, it's a huge compliment to Du Plessis and Strickland. And whatever numbers come in and whatever analytics come in, whatever it is that gives a good idea of the way the wind is blowing, has a tornado and a hurricane combined coming to Canada in January.
All the time, people come in, good-ass kickboxers come in, and Sean Strickland just frustrates them, pressures them so much, doesn't let off the gas pedal, defends all their hard shots, and keeps pressuring them. He says he makes a lot of guys look bad.
This match with Du Plessis is a grudge match. And you don't get a true grudge match very often. There is nothing in combat that sells like a true grudge. Nothing. I gotta tell you, not for nothing, Du Plessis has charm. He was very charismatic on that stage. Truly. It was done in his eyes. It was done in his smile. He was a real handsome guy. Can Du Plessis go 25 minutes hard? It's a good question. And I don't know if Du Plessis can go 25 minutes. I don't have evidence that he can't. But I know Strickland can. And I do think it matters. And Du Plessis is a 2-1 favorite. Du Plessis has been out for a meaningful amount of time.
I trained with Dricus down in Florida a little bit. He's a good dude. He's obviously looked phenomenal in his last fight. Sean Strickland obviously did what a lot of people thought he couldn't do. I think Sean Strickland is a hard puzzle to figure out. I don't think he walks through him. I think it's going to be a tough fight for sure. Both guys have a great amount of skills, in different areas. Both have great cardio. Both are fun to watch. Both look scary and fight scary. So either way, all of us as spectators will be on the edge of our seat.
Sean loves this, right? I've had Sean on my podcast. He's a very entertaining guy. He says a lot of wild stuff, and I love the character. I like what he brings to the table, and I love the way he fights. That fight against Adesanya was fantastic, okay? But he loves a bit of violence, okay? And he's not afraid to admit it. And that's what I do like and I respect about Sean Strickland. He is authentic. The man is himself. He does not put on an act, okay? He says it how it is, okay? And if you don't like it, then tough. You know what I mean? So, as I said, this is Sean's wet dream. He has been waiting for this moment. Dricus Du Plessis, as we know, stops Robert Whittaker. Stunning fashion, shocked the world, dropped him with a jab, and then a beautiful combination. And Dricus Du Plessis has quietly been beating people and building that profile, and now he gets to fight for the belt. Dricus Du Plessis is 6-0 in the UFC, and all but one of them have been finishes. Very strong, massive for the weight class, clearly big power. The way that he dropped Robert Whittaker, the way he took care of Darren Till, the way he stopped Derek Brunson, the corner had to throw the towel in. I mean, this man is a wrecking ball of violence, and these two matched up together will make for a sensational fight, and I cannot wait for it. I don't know who's going to win. Dricus Du Plessis, I'm kind of leaning that way, but Sean Strickland, never underestimate that man. I mean, look at what he did. Look at what he did against Israel Adesanya.
And Sean Strickland isn't a guy that really shows much self-restraint. Dricus Du Plessis said some stuff about him at the press conference that really bothered Sean Strickland. So today, when they get introduced on screen, Sean Strickland points the gun at him like he's going to shoot him. Dricus dodges it. Then Sean tells the kid in front of him, move, jumps over and starts punching Dricus Du Plessis. Look, I don't like the public fighting, but it seems like these guys can't control themselves as effectively as guys in the past. But I will ask you to this. When we get to January 20th and we're in Toronto, I ask that you guys fight. Because if you don't like each other, then you got an opportunity. That's the beauty in our job, guys. I always said that. No matter what I said about someone, I had to go into that octagon and I had to fight that man. So when you guys have all these issues, you owe it to yourselves, you owe it to the fans, the people that watch the sport, to go out there and fight. You can't be worried. You got to go fight. Because if you got to be separated at press conferences, you got to be separated in public, you are now in a sanctioned event where you are allowed to punch that man in the face. Go out and fight. So here you go, Sean. Here you go, DDP. I am tasking you with making sure that the fight's exciting when we get to Toronto.